Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense will have the football first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Going with the ground game left. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Syracuse right back at it. Takes it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Wide open spaces. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. On the move, it's Orji. Hard running there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's in his stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Off-play action on first down. Under fire. Lets it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making side adjustments here. Snap from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Orji. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that.
He's looking deep. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Now on the move. And he rolls into the... The give. Quick spin on the run. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse right back at it.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Here comes the heat. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Cuse. Quick strike through the air for the score. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. They're working that left side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking left. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Got out of trouble and throws. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. And they did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wants to adjust the pattern. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
Snagged in the middle. It's Turay. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you and make big plays.
It's complete to the left. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Bears the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's caught. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Clemson! And once he found open space, offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top on first down. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you'll never complain.
Wants to fire on second down. It's caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Otis. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on second down. Defense in press coverage. The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on M10 if they can stop him on third down. Finds his man. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it over the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this one splits the uprights. They're hanging. Out here leads down to 12. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarter...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They've loved to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback brought up through and sacked. He'll try to do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's second and long. On the run, it's Orji. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you throw a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Not much running room there. Fired complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, a fourth down.
Tries to get it on the ground. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it, they're on the move. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Quick completion to the right.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The quick out. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Here comes the offense on second down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early.
Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. The give to the lone running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Syracuse. And the comeback is on.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Clemson jumps to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run the option. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Here comes the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or 2 and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused.
So first down will open up the final period. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Orange. And here they come. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Still running at the 40. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
We need this quarterback to put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Leaves it with the back. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quarterback making adjustments. The play action fake. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Flushed out of the pocket. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And makes the grab on the shuffle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right.
Intercepted for the 11th time. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He's dragged down to the ground. But what? There, scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Power football with the run. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. You thought they were done. They're not. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Syracuse right back at it. Trying play action. Under fire.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. This defense has kept them backed up, now going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Offense changing the play. 4th down, gotta have it here. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step?
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the